All right, down here with the competitors, first and foremost, thank you both for putting it out on the line today, for battling hard.
Good stuff, man. Good match.
Putting your best game out there. We always appreciate it a ton. Definitely super tight second set. I'm curious, Mark, what was your mindset? Let's see, what was it? 2-4?
5-3.
5-3.
Yeah.
What was your mindset down with him serving for the set? What were you telling yourself in that situation?
Well, the first set I basically disregarded because I knew before you even telling me after the match that you were super nervous.
Yeah.
Like super nervous, which is understandable. But obviously you found your groove in the third game where you aced me. And I'm sure this is going to be a YouTube shorter meme. 4 aces in a row. I'm like, okay, that's what he's supposed to do.
Technically, the last one wasn't an ace. It was it was a butt kiss, wasn't it?
Oh, it's an ace. It didn't. My racket didn't touch it.
Well, no, but it hit you.
It's an aggressive kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the,
have a nice little,
Fernando Roddick Saponic.
And I'm like, okay, worst case scenario, third set or 10-point tiebreak. I don't want to be there. And I just kept on doing 1 point at a time. I know we had a huge tug of war when you're serving 5-3. And I honestly think that your level dropped just a little bit. And whether it's nerves or tiredness, I don't know. But it obviously benefited me to scrap it away. And I think we had at least 12 deuces. I mean,
yeah, that was the longest game.
Yeah,
back and forth for a while. So.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about that? Did you drop a little bit, you think?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I mean, especially when I was up in that game. I mean, I had multiple opportunities, obviously. I was going big on pretty much every serve.
Yeah. But to be fair,
looking to convert, but just couldn't find it. But
to be fair, that's what he does, though. Is that Mark seems to play his best tennis, his smartest tennis, when he's down, break point or set point or something like that. That's where he's the most dangerous.
Dog cornered, basically.
Dog, some animal.
Oh, you scrapped away there for sure.
And honestly, like out of the 5 or 6 set points you had, the add-ins, I think you messed up on half of them, and I made it to be a good point for you to execute something miraculous the other half. So, I mean, sorry, but
I mean, I think I was looking for a big start to those points, try to get an easy point off the bat, and it didn't really come to me, unfortunately.
You didn't have a lot of big serves on those add-ins.
No, I didn't at all. But
which is a complete contrast to the other service games, except for the very first one in that second set. Because, I mean, clock it. I think he was serving at least 120 on the first serves when he was going for it, with a high first serve percentage of like 75%.
You're hitting big.
So I can't. Like Chris Knutson is the only one in that doubles match who's like 6'6". Is the only one that you compare.
An outlier.
I mean, he is higher than. It's more dangerous than Ira, in my opinion. The first serves.
No, those balls were moving, and your toss is specifically hard to read. That we can't really, like on the very first serve you went out wide, like I think in the first set, that both of us were like, didn't see that coming. We guessed you were going up the tee on that, so you've got good disguise on your serve.
There was a specific serve on the ad side. I think it was in that game. I don't know if it was ad in or ad out, where he tossed the ball a little bit behind you, which is typically an indicator that you're going out wide.
Right.
But you went up the tee hard.
Yeah.
Like, I
did that on purpose.
You saw that too.
I think I commented.
We commented on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Good eye.
Thank you. Yeah.
So Josh, what was the overall experience like for you? You're obviously super experienced, junior player, tournament player, college player. What was it like playing here?
I mean, it's a great experience. I mean, it's very different being on camera, being recorded, and just kind of having that in the back of my mind, knowing everyone's watching and commentating. So that's a little bit of a first for me. But I mean, the pressure's always a factor in any tennis match, nonetheless. So overall, I didn't think I played terribly. I mean, I started to clean up my game a lot in the second set. And,
it looks like your net play really leveled up a lot in the second set. Was the first set a little bit of a fluke for you?
Yeah, I'd say. And I think that, one, serving and volleying and, looking for opportunities to transition off the baseline was something I really changed going from that first set to that second set, which helped me on my service game especially. So
looking back, like immediately, anything you change in terms of your tactics, anything that you would do differently?
I think I would simplify my returns quite a bit. I think I was going a little bit too big at times. Mark was serving really well, especially in that first set. It was really making me work for those returns. But I mean, just getting stuff in, getting the points started, mistakes might come just by me getting a return in. But again, he wasn't making a ton of mistakes. But anything I can do to get the point started would help me a lot, I think. So.
One thing that we both noticed for you, Mark, is that your volley game is leveled up.
Yeah.
Your net play.
You're volleying really well.
That there was
recently.
one point I think in that last game where you hit a good first volley and you came back and just blasted it, and you were like still as a statue and made an even better volley. You know. And
It's because I was tired. I didn't want to be.
well, no, you look good. You look like you know what you're doing.
I didn't expect that. So.
It seems like maybe it's all the mixed doubles you're playing or something like that, but your volley games were really nice.
Well, funny enough, I got banned from mixed doubles for many reasons, but
Pending court case.
Is there a school near here? I don't know if I'm even allowed.
Toxic tennis meets.
No, but that's actually one of the things, the two things I've been working on, in all seriousness, is having a bigger forehand, meaning like going for it, pushing them back. And I was happy like on some of your follow-throughs, I think you're hitting the tarp.
Yeah. No, you kept me
yes,
really far back, which is frustrating.
Yeah.
And so
Because
that was
you're
good,
the type of guy, especially with your physicality and your height and your just how strong you are, you want to be like basically like a Michael Trice, but more aggressive, where you're just camped on the baseline and you take it on the rise almost like an approach shot.
Right.
Shoulder height is like your strike zone for your forehand.
Love that shot.
But I mean, I just got to have more of a complete game, especially offensively and closing in. Even though I hate my forehand approach shots, I still rather hit backhands. I don't know if you've noticed that.
A little
but,
bit.
I think I had made maybe 3 or 4 bad volleys, but other than that, it was overwhelmingly positive, like 75, 80%. Like I got it.
You, as long as you keep adding to your game like that, I mean, that you're going to be a force to be reckoned with. You know, like if you play Trice again, you know, I'd love to see you, play net.
Well, I got to play Trice the night after his wedding to stand a better chance.
All right. I like that. I'm assuming you're going to it. So, no.
I'm also banned from weddings.
Oh.
Josh, I got one more question for you. Scott and I were kind of disagreeing. You'll see in the replay of the match, Scott and I were kind of disagreeing about how best for you to get back into the match after the first set. I'm just curious, what's your normal go-to style? More so like sit back and grind it out, or like offense, attack, like kind of put pressure on? Obviously you can do, like, you have the ability to do both.
Right.
Which one is normally your go-to?
Definitely a mixture of both of that. My mindset kind of flipped to, let me stay back, let me work points, let me grind it out a little bit more. Maybe that'll cause him to miss a few shots, which I felt like it did to an extent, just by building points, forcing him to move side to side. Just because I felt like my consistency was pretty low in that first set. I was playing tight. I mean, that's how it goes when you're playing tight. But that transition from first to second set, I really felt like I had to grind points out. Not necessarily go super big on, off the baseline. Obviously on the serve, I was going huge, but and that's something I'm comfortable with. So I knew that if I could step my serve up, I could really get myself ahead in points to get started, and have a pretty easy time grinding points out if I needed to. So.
Word.
Yeah.
Any other questions, Scott?
Just when are we going to see you back here?
There you go.
I'm happy to come back. I'd like to get some revenge. So
hey,
winter break. We'll set up a lot of matches.
Let's get you back on here and maybe have you play somebody else.
Oh yeah.
You can play Adam. You can play me. You can play anybody. You can play Joey.
Oh, that would be good.
That'd be a fun match.
My question to you is,
Sure.
how does the pressure, especially in the first set with cameras in the setup, how is it different here versus like in a very important match in college tennis against a big opponent?
We don't have a huge audience here. College tennis, if you're the last man on, it's 4-4 tied. Your entire team's on the sideline cheering you on. There's that adrenaline rush there, of course. But here, that motivation's got to come from within, come from yourself, pretty much 100%. You got to set the nerves aside to an extent. And there's no way you can teach someone how to do that. It just kind of comes naturally. And I loosened up, especially in that second set, so I was able to play a little bit better and smarter and under control. But
yeah, definitely the experience of playing here. You had a steep learning curve from set to set there. And you're playing against somebody who like relishes being on camp. It's almost like an unfair tilt. But you did a nice job of bringing that set back. Kind of like bringing the match back in that second set. And Mark's going to mark. you
Oh
know?
yeah, oh yeah. He's not going to let up. I know
No,
that.
no. And, that was, and again, you know, same old story. He's done it before, and he'll do it again.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, nothing to be ashamed of. Mark's a good player.
Average.
He's better than he used to be, anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, players, any messages for the audience before we sign off?
Thank you everyone for watching. Go Warhawks.
There you
Come
go,
on out,
baby.
support us. We got a big season coming up this spring, so
yeah.
get on out to Lake Geneva, or when it gets warm out and we're outside on campus. So we'd love to see everyone.
Yeah.
Always
Let's go.
appreciate all the
Let's go.
support.
Good team, as always. Yeah. All right, man.
That's
Thanks,
your
thanks for
final
playing.
message.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
See you next time.